Hi, my name is Janice. Today I want to talk about a reality we can no longer ignore. Globalization no longer works, and Trump's tariffs are the wake up call. What we have learned in schools, universities, and business programs is no longer enough. The business and marketing education system we grew up with, it is outdated. We are living in a time of global disruption where trade wars, broken supply chains, and shifting political landscapes are challenging everything we thought we knew. And so today, I want to challenge all of us to rethink what we teach, what we practice, and what we prepare for the next generation. The global illustration I'm going to share with you is on this. For decades, we were told that globalization was the key to prosperity. In classrooms, textbooks, and economic forums, it was painted as an unstoppable force, one that creates jobs, raise living standards, and connects the world into a harmonious, interdependent system. In business schools and MBA programs around the world, we learn the principles of global expansion, supply chain optimization, just-in-time inventory, and mass market consumer targeting. We studied case studies from the golden age of globalization like Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Apple, Amazon. We were told that this was the future, seamless global trade, brand, university, and economies of skills. But let's pause for a moment. If globalization actually works so well, why are we watching it unravel in real time? The foundation of traditional business and marketing education is built on assumption that are now crumbling before our eyes. If we don't rewrite the curriculum now, soon, we will keep preparing students for a world that simply doesn't exist anymore. The latest wave of tariffs imposed by President Donald Trump and echoed by some leaders around the world exposed the deep flaws in the model we were taught. These tariffs are not just political noise, they are signals, alarm bells, and they are telling us one thing loud and clear. The globalization we were taught no longer works. What we were taught that free trade deals leads to efficiency. Open borders create win-win outcomes. Goods should be produced where it is cheapest, and national economies should specialize. We were taught to chase the cheapest manufacturing, the biggest markets, the longest reach. Textbooks shows us seamless global supply chains like webs too efficient to fail. But that vision was built on assumptions that the world would remain political stable, that supply chains wouldn't break, and that nations wouldn't weaponize trade for power. So what happens when they do? When terrorists get slapped on overnight, not just by Trump, but by countries around the world. When efficiency fails and resilience becomes the new advantage. Marketing education, too, was stuck in a time capsule. We were taught to segment by demographics, build buyer personas, push slick campaigns through mass media, and control the brand image from top to bottom. But the world has changed. Today, consumers are faster, smarter, more skeptical. Platform keeps shifting. TikTok decides what sells. Algorithms rewrite brand strategy in real time. Culture moves faster than curriculum. We used to teach marketing like it was chess. Now it's more like jazz. Improvise, reactive, emotional, and platform dependent. Trump's tariffs expose just how fragile our business assumptions really are. They're not just trade policies, they are shocks to the system. Businesses that spend decades optimizing for a borderless world suddenly had to relearn how to survive in a fractured one. And yet, we are still teaching students that business is neutral. Politics doesn't really matter. Markets are rational. They are not. Business is geopolitical now. Trade is weaponized. Nations are prioritizing control over corporation. And our education has not really caught up. Trump's tariffs on steel, aluminum, Chinese imports, and more shattered the illusion of globalization stability. The impact is crystal clear. Supply chains are vulnerable. One disruption can shake entire industries. National interest is back. Countries are bringing production back home. Trade is strategic. Technology, semiconductors, rare earth minerals, these aren't just goods, they are now leverage. What we are seeing is return to economic nationalism, protectionism, industrial policy. They are no longer relics of the past. They are front and center. So what does this mean? It means we need to challenge everything we have been taught. It means schools, universities, and economists must stop teaching globalization as a static theory and start teaching it as a dynamic battlefield. A battlefield of politics, power, technology, climate, conflict. Globalization, is it dead? But the version we believe in, the 1990s free market, flat world version is broken. And tariffs like Trump's are not a glitch in the system. They are a symptom of a system that no longer serves everyone. The new business education we need. We need a new kind of business and business education, one that teaches geopolitical awareness, not just how to enter markets, but how to navigate conflict. Sustainability supply chains, not just cheap labor, but ethical and local resilience. Cultural literacy, beyond global branding, into a more meaningful human connection. Resilience and redundancy, not just efficiency. Real-time adaptation, not just long-term planning. The future business leader is not just a manager. They are a strategist, a communicator, a tech thinker, and a social observer. It's time for a recall to rethink. The past business and marketing education system, it no longer works. Let's stop pretending it does, and let's start building something that will. It's time to rewrite the textbooks, time to update the curriculum, time to teach students not just about comparative advantage, but about geopolitical risk, economic resilience, technology sovereignty. The global economy is now fragmented, political size, and unpredictable. If we keep teaching the old model, we are preparing students for a world that no longer exists. We owe it to the next generation not to teach them what we once worked, but to prepare them for what's coming. That means carrying out the old case studies, questioning outdated theories, and building new models. Models defined not by globalization, but by uncertainty, speed, and complexity. The past education is now broken. The world has changed. So let's teach for the world we live in, not the one we used to imagine. Thank you. This brings a closing to my speech. I hope you'll find this speech helpful and think about for our next generation and for businesses and the education system. It's a total revamp of what globalization is now. We need to really think about what we should do moving forward. I hope this helps. If you like this speech, this video, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more speeches I'll be sharing with you. Do share with others as well. And if you have any comments, do put in the comment section in the description below. Thanks for watching. Bye.